Welcome guys! A lot of you guys have requested an 8x guide for the Kar98k, and I have long been wanting to make this guide since there's nothing more delicious than getting a Kar98k headshot at 900 meters of distance. But now I was finally able to test this thanks to a cool guy named Fix, as he hooked me up with a custom server for testing. And with the help of my good friend DanishLepRecon, who assisted me in the test, this video became a reality. Expect the following: where to point the scope in order to hit at 300 to 900 meters of distance, and testing if the scope zeroing works as intended with the Kar98k. We did the test at the runway of the military base, as it is approximately 1000 meters long. And starting out at the 1000 meter mark, I noticed that the player models does not render at all at 1000 meters of distance or further away using the 8x scope. But even with a 15x scope, the rendering distance of the player models remain the same. I always had an idea that you would be able to spot people at longer distances using a 15x scope, but it turns out you're not. At 900 meters of distance, the player model renders just fine. Note that I won't be aiming for headshots, as constantly killing my test subject won't do me any good. The first aiming point has been found. At 900 meters of distance, aiming between the two longest horizontal lines will do the trick. Moving on to 800 meters of distance. I'll keep the previously discovered aim points on the scope and add them as we move along with the test. The 800 meter mark is just below the second longest horizontal line. At 700 meters of distance, my target is now slowly becoming easier to see. Keeping the previous aiming points, we'll add a new one of 700 meters, which is slightly above the second longest horizontal line. We're now at 600 meters of distance, which is also the maximum zeroing distance of the Kar98k, which we'll test in the end of the video. The 600 meter aim point is right here. At 500 meters of distance to our target, we need to aim using this aim point, right between the top horizontal line of the range indicators of the scope. When at 400 meters of distance, we'll notice that the space between the aim points has increased a little. Lastly, we're having a test at 300 meters, as anything lower won't make any sense using an 8x scope. The 300 meter aim point is shown right here. But do you really have to use the aim points shown in this test? The answer is that you can use zeroing distance up to 600 meters, but not above. I still personally prefer to use the aim points discovered in this test. However, as you can see, zeroing the weapon to 600 meters will make you hit your target using the center of the scope at exactly 600 meters of distance. So it can definitely be useful to use in long-range fights. So to conclude the test, we can say that the 8x scope markings has no point whatsoever in terms of where to aim on various distances. If you want to hit a perfect headshot at 900 meters of distance, aim like shown in this video. Zeroing distance can be used, but zeroing all the way to 600 meters does take time, so you might be better off just aiming using the aim points you just saw. Now that's all I had for you guys in this video. I hope you learned something useful. If you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. join my Discord server using the link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.